Hi everyone, welcome back to JPWHUTV. My name is John, your host as always. The subject of today's video is discussing Bournemouth 2, West Ham 0. To be honest with you guys, I needed some time to chill out because I was very, very angry, disappointed, whichever way you want to look at it, before I did this video. So I had to take some time to chill out and relax. I'm still not 100% relaxed about it, but yeah, you know, it just has to be done. So let's talk about the team sheet. In goal was Fabianski, with Zabaleta, Diop, Ogbonna and Creswell making up the back four, with Noble and Rice as the holding midfielders, with Anderson and Antonio out on either wing, with Nasri sitting behind Carroll. On the substitute bench was Snodgrass, Adrian, Obiang, Hernandez, Masuaku, Zande Silva, Diangana. Yeah, that's pretty much it, actually. So let's just talk about the lineup before. Now, as you guys know, for those who've been following the channel since its inception just over a year and a half ago, or basically since the season before last, I like to jump straight in and talk about the game. But to be honest, I want to talk about the lineup. Not exactly the best call, if I'm honest. I did say in my preview video, if you want to check that out, click on the card that's up here, that Anderson and Snodgrass play better than Anderson and Antonio do play when either of those formations are basically on the pitch. And yes, you know, it was a little bit disappointing. And likewise, Anderson and Diangana work very well together as well. Anderson had an okay game. I saw a lot of criticism on social media saying that he looked disinterested and with poor balls. But to be fair, can you name more than 4 players that look interested in playing this game today, guys? I really, really struggled to try and figure out who was who when it came to that. You know, because it was poor overall football from West Ham. There's no two ways about it. It was poor football, especially in the first half. But it wasn't great from Bournemouth either, to be honest. I mean, they had a few shots we had a few shots on, but nothing on target in the first half. Nothing, nada, niente, absolutely nothing on target. So basically, as I say, it was just very, very difficult to talk about the first half because there wasn't much to say. As I say, Carroll doesn't suit our game. He really doesn't. I said in previous videos that I feel sorry for him, and I really do. He's just not quick enough. He's not fully fit. I'll talk about Arnautovic towards the end of the video because that obviously doesn't really play a big part. But there's obviously news has come out since I talked about it in the preview video of this game. But you know, as I say, it's just for me. Just could have done better. Really, really could have done better. The spacing and positioning of the players was just poor in general. I've said it in previous videos that our spacing needs to be worked on 100%. When we played Arsenal, it wasn't the best of performances as a team. There's some great individual performances, like for example from Nasri, from Declan Rice, from Noble, from Anderson had a good game, but it was just. It just seemed to be that the more we seem to get away with it and step up against the bigger teams and play well. But guys, we were playing a mid-table team, and we are a mid-table team as well, especially for this season. As I've said on numerous videos, there is still a lot of work that needs to be done defensively, midfield and up front. And today was another example of that. I did also say when I did my halfway season roundup video was the fact we were going to lose the teams we should be beating, and we're going to beat teams we should be losing to. And you know, that's what happened. We lost to on paper a very, very average, from our point of view, Bournemouth side. But Bournemouth were brilliant. They always have a game plan. They always play well against us, like we do when we step up against Chelsea and Arsenal, and blah blah blah, Man United. You know, it's just Eddie Howe is a fantastic team manager. He's got his team playing brilliantly. They hit us on the counter attack, and that's exactly what happened. Well, hit us on the break, I should say. That's exactly what happened in the game for the for the 2 goals in the second half, which I'll come to in just a moment. But again, as I say, it's just we weren't there. We should have. West Ham should have. The players should have been there 100%, and they just weren't. And it was heartbreaking to watch, especially in the first half. Second half comes round, and you know we had some good spell. We had a good spell. We had some great balls in. Noble put in chances for Antonio. Antonio could have had a couple either side of half time. Could have, but it's just West Ham. It's the West Ham way. I hate to say it, but it really, really is the West Ham way. And Andy Carroll has been getting a lot of stick on social media. A hell of a lot of stick on social media. And unfortunately, as I say, his time's not... But I don't think that this stick is desired, required, should we say. Now, he did miss an opportunity. I'm not going to disagree. I'm not going to say there's no way he could have scored it, but he's half a yard out from the goal. Was it Speroni, I think their goalkeeper is? Let me just double check. Where are we? Sorry, Boric, I should say. Speroni, that's Palace. Yeah, Boric is a yard or so away from where Andy Carroll is. We got a couple of defenders. You got one defender on the line and another defender actually in the goal for some random reason. But still, Andy Carroll seems to sky it half a yard out when he could have just tapped it under the goalkeeper's legs. But that's the way it goes, unfortunately. Other than that, there's nothing really I can say from the attacking point of view. Defensively, we were okay. We weren't brilliant. But Callum Wilson's goal, very good breaking goal. Absolutely worked masterfully by Bournemouth. You can't disagree. You can't say that Bournemouth didn't deserve it, because they absolutely sorted us out. And everybody knows, unfortunately, that we can be hit very, very easily on the counter attack, and that was borne out today. Sadly, it really, really was. But at the same point, as I say, and same with Josh King. Now, what I want to talk about first and foremost, is how is Callum Wilson out with a hamstring injury, yet plays, and then comes off on the 73rd minute? How's that possible? Now, obviously, that was the proportion. That was it was a very, very good goal from him. Josh King again, who scored the second in about half a minute into the 90th minute. Again, very, very poor spacing from our boys, and it's horrible to see. And don't get me wrong, we are 10th in the table now. We're on 23 games so far, so we've got 15 games left to go. We've still got all the big boys to play. We've obviously got AFC Wimbledon in the FA Cup next weekend. But as I say, I hate to say it, people, but I said at the start of the season I don't think we'll finish any higher than 10th, and I still maintain that. We're 10th at the moment. We've still got Liverpool to play at home, which is 2nd of February. So basically 2 weeks today, or 2 weeks Monday, I should say. We've still got City to play away. We've still got Chelsea to play away. We've still got Man United to play away. We've still got Spurs to play at home, I think. Or is it away? One of the two. Who cares? I mean, but, you know, it's just... if we finish 10th, 11th, I'll be happy with that. We will get points against teams we shouldn't do, and we will lose to teams we shouldn't do. Bournemouth, as I said in the preview video, are a bogey team for us and have been for quite a few successive seasons now. That's 0 points we've had from them this season, and it hurts me to say it. It really does. But that's the reality of it. I'm not going to sit here wax lyrical saying blah, 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 Bournemouth shit, blah, blah, blah. When they weren't. They played fantastically well today. And we just didn't step up, as we always do, or always don't, as the case actually is. So thank you very much for your time, guys. As always, please leave your comments in the comments section below. What you feel about the lineup, what do you feel about the result, and what do you feel about the performance. I'm interested to see you guys what you think. I mean, Anderson had some good balls in the second half. He pinpoint ball to Creswell, superb. Reminded me of the Frenchman that shan't be named, and his pass over to, God, what's his name now? That right back who we got from Leeds. His name escapes me for the second. And when he made his debut and pinged the ball right back to the Frenchman. Now, I want to talk about Arnautovic, right? Because obviously, as you can tell from the squad lineup, that Arnautovic wasn't in the team and didn't actually travel. Now, I don't like to talk about rumours, but it has been confirmed, obviously, this way. It hasn't been confirmed officially, but the very, very reliable ex-West Ham employee tweeted out on Friday afternoon that the reason why Arnautovic wasn't in the coach was because he was told he's going nowhere, and that he, unless a very, very suitable offer comes in for him, and that he is in the squad for Bournemouth. And apparently he, for lack of a better way of putting it, he threw his toys out this pram and was told, right, in that case, you're not going. So I get it. Pellegrini is standing tough, and his stance is very tough with Arnautovic, and he's not risking a player that doesn't want to be in the squad. So fair enough, fair play to him. Stick him down to the reserves as far as I'm concerned for the rest of the season, or until he bucks his ideas up, or possibly find the geezer as far as I'm concerned. There is also has been subject to another bid, but as I say, it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the next couple of weeks. That's all I want to. I'm bored of the Arnautovic stuff. I really am. I just want this. Either way, I just want this over and done with. So thank you very much for your time, guys. If you're new around here and you like what I'm doing, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you very much to subscriber 631 earlier today. Thank you. It's nice to have you on board. Please share this video with anybody that you feel may want to watch it. If you like the video and you feel I deserve it, then by all means, please click the like button. And as I said a little bit earlier, by all means, guys, please put your comments in the comment section below. I want to know what you think about everything. So, because I enjoy interacting and I enjoy watching you guys interact with each other as well. There's a bit of, this conversation starting, so it's good. So in the meantime, guys, kick back. Don't watch Match of the Day. You'll only get yourself riled up again. Have a beer. Crack open a beer, crack open a bottle of wine, bottle of port, bottle of rum, Jack Daniels, whatever's your poison, and just chill out for the rest of the weekend. Now, as I said, we're playing at AFC Wimbledon in the FA Cup at the weekend, so there will be a preview video coming up for that. So keep an eye out for that. It's going to be difficult, to say the least, because yet again, there's poor allocation, but it's understandable. Their ground is very small. So, but I try and put a bit more information in for it than I did with the I did with the preview video of the League Cup game, because let's be honest, guys, nobody follows that league that AFC Wimbledon are, that is a West Ham supporter, unsadly. But as I say, in the meantime, guys, just relax, chill out, look after yourselves. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you this time next week. All the best now.